I walked among corpses. It's terrible. Saying today, 1, 2, 3 cups out, 4 cups out. To see myself out, I'm very excited. I'm very happy.
Alhassan Kemokai is released from Kenema Government Hospital in Sierra Leone. His body now free from Ebola. He is one of very few patients to have recovered completely from a virus that is widely regarded as a death sentence. At this poorly resourced Ebola treatment unit in the east of the country, they're struggling to contain an outbreak that has spread relentlessly across West Africa. At least 1,300 people have died from the virus in this outbreak alone, including a large percentage of the health workers tasked with caring for the sick. The Ebola virus is transmitted by direct contact with the blood, body fluids and tissues of infected people. But a growing number of patients are now leaving hospital, cured of the virus.
I'm out of the world today. I have been admitted for the past 11 to 12 days in the Ebola ward, and today I'm very excited when I'm out today. I see myself as a free man.
Alhassan contracted Ebola as he cared for his mother in the last hours of her life. He held her hand and touched her face, not realizing she was infected with the virus.
Mommy died on the 19th, so I was observing myself 19, 20. On the 28th, I started getting fever within myself. I told my wife and children that do not come near me, please. When I discovered that I have been infected with the disease, I have to abandon that room and get into this other room. This other room is where I was sleeping. It's a single bed with a foam mattress. These are all been discarded by my wife. It's now prepared for burning. It's now prepared for burning. She has burnt most of the things that was in here.
After 3 days alone in his room, Alhassan decided to go to the hospital, realizing he might be infected with Ebola. He walked 3 miles to the treatment unit, avoiding contact with anyone he met on the road.
When I was moving, everybody were looking at me, and I was very sad when I was going. I was shivering. I was actually carrying diarrhea. After every 10, 15 to 20 minutes, I have to go to toilet. I use this pathway to go to the hospital. This is the bush way.
Alhassan remained in isolation at Kenema Government Hospital for the next 12 days. During this time, his brother and sister were admitted. They had also been caring for their infected mother.
I felt that I was in the other world, that the nurses are indeed angels. That the 2 books, the Bible and the Quran, was describing that when you died, people will come and judge you. The angels will come and judge you. We were seeing the nurses, you hardly to identify them. Each time I see them, I thought they are just angels coming to question me.
During this outbreak, around 30% of people who have become infected with Ebola are now recovering, with no cure or vaccine. It's not fully understood why some people survive and others die. Scientists are studying suspected genetic markers that give some sufferers an increased immunity to the virus. Sister in charge, Nancy Yoko, oversees all cases that come through the hospital.
Some comes unconscious, they recovered. Some comes strong and they died. So it might be a surprise to me when some of them survive. And we are praying that all of them that are now in the hospital will be survived.
Alhassan, along with his brother and sister, have been discharged from the hospital and are now in full health. Having recovered from the virus, Alhassan is now immune from Ebola. He no longer poses a threat to his loved ones.
Initially, when I had the disease, I have to scare my entire family. I don't even hold him this way. And now when I'm out of the hospital, I play with my entire family now. I play with Misa, and we are now playing together. We do eat together, we do everything together.
Before HIV, it was wonderful. It was one big party. I was an employee of Studio 54. I was a busboy, and there was a lot of drug taking and a lot of sex.